welcome to another episode of Policy Square, an initiative of Primus Partners in collaboration with Businessworld. In today's discussion, I'm joined by my good friend Dr.Annurag Batra, Editor-in-Chief and owner of Businessworld. And today we're interviewing Dr. Bhagwat, who's the Minister of State for Finance in the Government of India. And we're doing this interview 2 days after the budget has been presented, a budget which got an immediate thumbs up from the stock market and which has been described as a progressive budget because of the focus that it lays on infrastructure.
Welcome to this joint presentation from BW Dialogue and Policy Square. Today we are talking to Dr. Bhagwat, who's India's Union Minister for Finance. Thank you for talking to BW Businessworld. Congratulations on this budget. Looks like the budget has been received well, and it does look after the interest of almost all sections of the society, has given clarity on a lot of pending issues, and the market seems to be buoyant. So give us a sense of what is the kind of thinking that went into preparing this budget.
On 1st February at 11 a.m., Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman Madam has presented budget in Lok Sabha. The budget was presented earlier in Lok Sabha by bringing that budget in the bag, leather bag. But that tradition is removed by Honorable Finance Minister, and she has presented budget digitally by Indian-made tablet. She has taken this bold step in 2019, and since then, Honorable Finance Minister Madam is presenting budget digitally only. Now this system is there before presenting budget. Usually all the budget preparing team get together and they give some sweets. It is halwa ceremony, halwa. This year, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this system was rolled out, but we, a team of budget preparing team, we met all the people, we had a discussion with them, and then we went to Honorable Mahamahim Rashtrapati ji. We met him. Honorable Finance Minister Madam has discussed about the budget and taken permission from him. And then we went to the cabinet meeting, and then we presented the budget.
Dr. Karad, markets are one sentiment. You can't say just markets are the overall, but the markets seem to be doing well last 3 days. So the budget has been received well. Give us a sense of what was the stakeholders who were in your mind while preparing the budget. What went behind the scenes in terms of thinking about who does it impact, why does it impact. Also, the budget is coming after 21 months of the pandemic and just before the assembly elections. In spite of that, there was no populism. So give us a sense of what is the thought process while preparing the budget.
See, this budget is prepared to develop the economy of the country. It is very important. After pandemic, the economy is growing. That is suggested by increasing the GST collection. So the stakeholders kept in the mind are MSME entrepreneurs, then women's, youth, and corporates, and different businessmen. And all other things we have considered. And I am thinking this budget will be helpful to all the categories of the society.
Also, the Prime Minister has called it a budget for Atmanirbhar India. He's been addressing over the last 2 days both the party gatherings in state-bound, election-bound states, and he's called it, and in his address post the budget, he reached out to his social media followers and he gave an address. He called it a budget for Atmanirbhar India. Give us a sense of what do you think, in your view? Of course, all points in the budget are important, but what do you think are the most important decisions taken in this year's budget?
See, under the guidance of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, Finance Minister Madam has declared some schemes for Atmanirbhar Bharat. And that schemes are strengthened here. See, MSME sector, the 4.5 lakh crore was given. The last date for applying for the MSME sector was 31st March 2022. But to give more benefit to the MSME sector, where the jobs are created more production is more. It's a large sector. So the date is extended up to 31st March 2023 for MSME sector. As well as the different sectors in this budget are important are, we are going through the COVID-19 pandemic. And in this COVID-19 pandemic, National Tele-Mental Health Mission is announced in this is a new scheme announced in this budget. And the 23 centers in India will be established in this budget. At the same time, Ayushman Bharat Health Mission, that is also important, means to cover the health, because we are going still through the pandemic. Although this pandemic is less severe as compared to second and first wave, this third wave is less severe. But still, during presenting the budget, we have taken care of this also. So these two things, with the development of the different infrastructures, means development of the infrastructure, taking care of the people, and development of the economy. These three factors are very important.
And they're all interrelated.
Yes.
Infrastructure spending means more jobs, which means more GDP. It also creates new centers of economic excellence. So in that way, it is a comprehensive budget.
So you're a doctor, you're a surgeon. India is just coming out, the world is coming out of the pandemic. India has been a success story as far as the vaccination program is concerned. But it's also, and I know that you have spoken a lot about this, the fact that this has been an opportunity that the government has taken to strengthen the health infrastructure. I think this budget, what's your view on health infrastructure coming out of this budget, sir?
As we are discussing the health infrastructure, I want to mention here and congratulate, thanks Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Modi Sarji, because she has taken a lot of pains to develop the infrastructure in the health, and not only that, the vaccination is the major factor in this. See, in India, the 2 vaccines are produced, now 3. But to begin with, there are 2 vaccines were produced in India, and because of this vaccination, we are able to do the mass vaccination. I am proud to say India is the only largest country where the mass vaccination is given, mass vaccination is produced, and we have completed more than 150 crore people vaccination. It's a very great thing. And because of this vaccination, because of this mass vaccination, that we are able to control the third wave. The third wave is there. No doubt the cases are more. But the infection, which is not going down in the lower respiratory tract, it is just like a common cold. Still, the government of India is taking care, all the peoples are taking care, not only government of India, all the people in the country, they are taking care. And because of the mass vaccination, developing the different health sector, particularly the infrastructure is progress like anything. Just I want to mention one thing, the ventilators. During the second wave, Government of India supplied ventilators to all districts, which is very important. I am a doctor. I know to purchase one ventilator Indian people or Indian doctor has to spend around 10 lakhs. But now there are ventilators made in India are available, and they are available in the market with 2.5 lakh rupees per ventilator. So ventilators are there. Then oxygen facilities are available or made available by Government of India. Government of India spent on this at each district's hospital, each medical college. I am coming from the Marathwada, that is Maharashtra. In our district, the 2 plants Government of India has given. One is at the civil hospital, other is at the medical college. Such in all 602 districts are given with the oxygen plants. So I want to tell, because of the vision of Honorable Prime Minister, the health sector the infrastructure has done well, very well. So this will be a permanent for the in future also.
Absolutely.
And again, in this budget, some missions are there that is important in the health sector.
Absolutely.
Dr. Karad, you also prayed on the day of the budget, and you urged the countrymen and your fellow parliamentarians for the prosperity of the country. Do you think your prayers have been answered in the budget? So in some way, your ministry has created the budget. So, do you think all the issues that you wanted addressed have been addressed?
See, I am coming from the rural India. I am coming from the farmer's family, and I am coming from the poor family. I had not observed but experienced the poorness when I was a medical student, or before that also. I learned from the government hospital, government hostels where the poor students were living when I was a medical student. So I know. So that is a system, that is a culture of my family. Before going to any work, just I pray to the God. So it was a very auspicious day for me as a finance state minister. I was going in the team of the budget. So I prayed God to make India healthy and wealthy और ये भारत देश समृद्ध बने, इसलिए मैंने प्रे किया था. और जब बजट मैडम पढ़ रही थी तो उस टाइम मुझे भी बजट सुना, हमने देखा, तो बजट बहुत ही अच्छा है.
One more question is, see, again the start in terms of building a healthcare infrastructure was a forced start, and then the Modi government has really done well. And I wrote a piece about that also the day we completed 1 billion vaccination. Now, one of the focuses overall infrastructure in this budget. That's the biggest theme. It's an infrastructure heavy budget, and so that is the key to spending. In spending then has a multiplier effect. Now, tell me, the digital economy has been a very important part of the Modi government, and this, in some way bringing the crypto into the formal economy, if I may say it, that has also happened. It's been again welcomed. What are your views on other measures that have been taken beyond infrastructure spending to be able to in some way give policy clarity on some of the things that have been pending?
See, you asked 3 questions actually. Number is the infrastructure. See, I want to tell you, in this budget, which is presented 2 days back, Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti is a very important. The Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti is to develop the infrastructure speedily in our country. And in that, the 7 factors are considered. Number 1, we can say railway. Number 2, you can say roads. Number 3, you can say airport and airways. Number 4, you can say water resources. Number 5, you can say waterways. Number 6, you can say mass transport, and number 7, you can say logistics. These are all very important. So if we develop these 7 infrastructures, then naturally the people will be benefited, and it will help to boost the economy also. This is an important thing. Second thing, you ask about digital. So our Prime Minister's vision is a digitalization. Just I want to tell you, after taking oath, I met Honorable Prime Minister. Then he told me 3 things. You should work on financial literacy, digitalization, and financial literacy. Financial inclusion, financial literacy, and digitalization. Means digitalization is an important role in this budget, and digitalization, if you see the budget, there is mention about the digital banking also. So the one more new thing in this budget is digital banking, and that will be governed by the Reserve Bank of India, and government may come with the digital rupee also. So this will be a digital conversation of the digital India. That is a thing, important thing. And you are asked about the crypto also. See, crypto, although it is called currency, it is not currency for the India. One has to make it clear. It is not currency for the India. Crypto is an asset for some Indians who have invested money in the crypto. That asset they have created. They have got the benefit and they have earned something. So as they have earned, Government of India is charging them 30% taxes on that. That is the thing in the budget. And there is a TDS. At each transaction there is a 1% TDS also. So that is in the budget, and it is a very important step for the Indian government to make or to shift towards a digitalization. This digitalization is very important because we will become transparent. Transaction become transparent, and not only that, it will avoid corruption. Corruption free अगर इंडिया बनाना है तो डिजिटलाइजेशन करना जरूरी है. दैट इज माय थिंग.
इनफैक्ट सर, आपने बोला एंड प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी बोला था, जैसे आपने कहा कि बिकॉज ऑफ डिजिटल करेंसी या डिजिटल थिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन एंड डिजिटलाइजेशन बहुत सारे भारतीयों का फ़ायदा होगा, खासकर पुअर एंड रूरल एरियाज़ में. सो उस बारे में आपको कुछ कहना, एडिशनल पॉइंट सर?
सी, peoples are now getting trained in digital transactions also. If you go at a smaller businessman or the smaller people, even the street vendors, they are using there is mobile
UPI or Paytm.
Yes. Even they do Google Pay कर सकते हैं.
Even a parking attendant.
Yes. So that will be very easy in future. I think it is to we are going ahead, I can say.
Yeah, the digital payments ecosystem in India is as developed or more developed than anywhere.
Yes.
And clearly the credit should go to the government because it was initiated and developed and grown in this government's tenure. So it's a big success that is not talked about.
In fact, sir, we often use the word, this government has made democratization of digitalization, because otherwise previously people used to think digital means you have to be empowered, you have to be educated, you have to be thing. Today the benefit of digitalization is happening for everybody.
Yes. Even common people are doing digitalization. And that is very important step in our country.
So going a little bit beyond the budget, of course, budget is a policy statement. Budget is a directional push to the economy. Budget is a statement of intent. Of course, it is a statement of accounts and allocations for future. But going forward, we are in 2022. We have 2.5 years of the Modi government, more to go, and the government is known for making structural changes. This year, the budget did not make any structural changes. So, do we expect over the next few months the government to make more structural, like GST was a structural change, which today has paid off, right? There were teething issues, but today it works. So, do you see the government making structural changes in the direction that this government and the finance ministry has already kind of gone towards?
See, our Honorable Prime Minister's vision is important. Already, he and his guidance, under his guidance, different schemes are there in this country. And these schemes are different sectors. It is for the woman, it is for the youth, it is for the poor people, it is for the industrialists. Means all sectors are involved. And to strengthen the things is very important. And what is seen in this budget? To achieve the stability in different sectors, to achieve the growth in different sectors. That is there in this budget. So, you say anything. Suppose Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. तो प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना में 48,000 करोड़ रुपीस रखा है, जिसमें 80 लाख लोगों को घर मिलेगा दिस ईयर. तो ये अलग अलग जो स्कीम्स है, उस स्कीम्स को स्ट्रेंथन देने का काम इस बजट में हुआ है. एंड दिस बजट में जैसे प्रधानमंत्री जी का सेंटेंस है, सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास, सबका प्रयास. तो ऑल पीपल्स का कॉन्फिडेंस लेके, सबको साथ लेके विकास करना और भारत की इकोनॉमी बढ़े कैसे, इसके ऊपर काम करना, ये माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में काम चल रहा है. आई वांट टू टेल यू, if you see still there is a pandemic, still there is a COVID cases.
We are not yet in a post-pandemic.
We are not yet out of this.
Right.
But if you see the economy growth, the collection of the GST
The highest.
in the last month, that is January, is around 1,40,000 crore. Before that is month of December, it was 1,30,000 crore. November, it was 1,31,000 crore. So it is more than our estimation. So our economy is growing, the business is running up, and with this budget, again it will give a booster dose. And I know the importance of this is a medical term. See, we have taken one vaccine, second vaccine, still we want a booster dose, because this will give the permanent immunity. So, this budget will give permanent immunity to increase our economy, and I am sure that under the guidance of Honorable Prime Minister, the economy of the India will grow, and budget will be helpful to the all societies of the country.
Thank you, Dr. Karan. It's a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to another episode of Policy Square. The Parliament is in session, and we hope to bring in a parliamentarian to talk about important element of another policy very much. And we really look forward to bringing in another parliamentarian to discuss policy implications very soon. Thank you so much.